YouTube, what's up? It's your boy Crypto J, coming at you with another J Talks Crypto. If you're brand new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, the bell notification. We're going to talk about some Bitcoin. We're going to talk about all these coins. We're going to talk about Jerome, right? Jerome Powell. But before we get into that, I just gotta let you guys know I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. These are just my opinions, just my views. Don't buy anything that you see in this video because I'm just a YouTuber, and that would be really stupid if you go out and just buy everything that YouTubers talk about. And if some of you guys are like, oh, well, just give me financial advice. This is not financial advice. So go somewhere else if you're looking for that. If you're not looking for that, then again, we're going to talk about this market here. So you guys can see total market cap coming in at a 3.26, fear greed index coming in at a 50. And this is why I always say, this market is unpredictable because, as you guys can see, market cap just jumping off of a cliff today. We talk about the fact that a lot of the time that fake outs happen early in the week, possibly seen a fake out happen just yesterday, and then Bitcoin dropping all the way down to 105 as Jerome gives the worst speech ever. It's time, honestly, I do think that it's time for Jerome to get fired. He's not doing a good job at all. He's not doing anything that's in our best interest. He should have lowered the interest rate. Trump's right. He should have lowered interest rate. These guys are, and that's the thing, the interest rate's gonna probably more than likely still get lowered, but it just depends how much pain they feel like we can endure, because people are already not buying houses, right? Houses are already getting too expensive anyway. So again, comes down to how much pain can they endure. And again, if this shoulder head shoulder plays out here, we're gonna see maximum pain. So it's just really, man, I mean, you guys get annoyed. Some of you guys get annoyed. This is your first time in the market, but being in the market for so long and seeing this level of manipulation, honestly, guys, I'm not even gonna lie. This market is so much more manipulated than any other administration that I've been paying attention to and that I've been watching. And we watch these charts every single day. This has been more manipulation than I've ever seen. So it's just been really bad and unpredictable, you know. So again, that's why I always say don't over leverage in this market. I really don't know where this market's going. Again, I hope that we are on our way to some new all-time highs. There is always a chance, again, that we've seen double top. We talked about that too. But again, I don't trust this chart either way. I don't trust this chart to break down, and I don't trust it to continue going up when the price is acting the way that it's acting. I really don't know what's going to happen. It's too erratic. So again, this is why I don't trade into this type of volatility. This is why I look for the cheapest price on Bitcoin, because again, I don't see how else you can win. I really don't see how else you can win in this game other than trying to find the cheapest price in Bitcoin, unless these people that are just gambling, doing all these swing trades. I mean, the past month, right? One minute you're right, the next minute you're completely wrong. And the entire month, and now look, we're looking like we might start breaking down again. Like, I feel like retail's exhausted. This is what they want, though. They want you exhausted. They want you to quit. They want you to be done. I told you that the dip is going to be agonizing. I told you it's going to go down further than you want it to. I told you that it's going to recover. It's going to take longer than you wanted, right? It never happens when you want. It happens when they want, and it's usually at maximum pain. Guys, I don't think, based off of this chart now today, that we are at maximum pain. We can still see more pain in the market. Bitcoin just dropped all the way down to 105. Creating this head and shoulders pattern, and honestly, again, we might be looking at maximum pain in July. Today is July 1st, and now we're breaking down into July 1st again. We don't want to see a rejection off of this range. A possible double top could mean a massive correction. So man, again, we need to start doing something with our economy, and it's really Jerome's job. Right? Jerome is supposed to be the one to, you know, do the necessary things to encourage, like growth in the economy. Things like lowering the interest rate. Maybe we need some kind of stimulus or something like that, right? There hasn't been much activity in the market. People are struggling right now. Jobs are at a low. Where is the stimulus? Where is the lower interest rate? Why are prices still going up on things? We cannot afford to go in this direction. Americans cannot afford to live like this. So we have to, based off of common sense, in my opinion, the interest rate needs to be lowered. It's the only way that we're going to see any kind of positive impact in the market at this point. It's crazy. Every time Jerome gets on the mic, especially if it's early in the week, just be ready for a fake out. Be ready for the price to dump pretty much, because that's pretty much been what it is. Every time this guy opens his mouth on a Tuesday or a Monday, I'm mad. Like, legitimately. And again, I could make money going down too. I could be swing trading and all that stuff. But again, I'm somebody that believes time in the market beats timing the market. Again, this is just looking like a situation where we can see some retests of some lows. Really low. Very low, actually. If we want to break down below 100K, very low. Just so you know, right? Maybe as low as some of these ranges down here. Maybe like even like 80 to 75 to 75K if we want to break down off of all this. And that's why, again, we need to fire Jerome. And there's this whole thing that's going on. And I don't know, again, it's just such a circus, right? It's such a circus. It's such a manipulated circus, I feel like. And the narrative is just so stupid. I'm really tired of this whole narrative playing out and covering this narrative of this, what I feel like is just absolutely taking advantage of retail. It's just taking advantage of the new investor, which is something that's never changed, right? That's been the game since day one, since the jump, right? The whales have always took advantage of the retail investor, the new guy, right? The new guy just doesn't realize it because what? He's new, right? He bought in at the top. He's new. He doesn't know what the heck is going on. He don't know how the market kind of plays out usually. And he really doesn't understand what's going on right now, what's gone on in the past month. When I tell you that this market is the worst I've ever seen in terms of like being able to make any money, this is so bad. This is so bad. And then again, if we decide that we want to break down, dude, how can you not see? In my opinion, I don't understand how we get to this point and then we are still not lowering the interest rate. Just very, very frustrating to me, both as somebody who's in this market and as somebody who does real estate, right? I also have a real estate license. So it's just very irritating that, again, prices are starting to look the way that they're looking. The market's starting to look the way that it looks. In my opinion, they could have prevented some of this from happening. We didn't need to see this big breakdown. We didn't need to see a lot of this stuff that we're seeing happening in the market right now. We would be having a totally different conversation. But you know what? We would probably be having a different conversation if Coinbase never got hacked. We'd probably be having a different conversation if Bybit never got hacked, because what happened? Those were at key levels of resistance and support when those two events happened too. And it just seems like every time we get a little bit of traction, we're getting something happen like what's happening right now today with Jerome opening his mouth and the market not going up, or with Coinbase getting hacked, or with Bybit or whatever. It's just too much manipulation, in my opinion. It's like, but again, this is how it is. This is how it is. For all you guys that are new, welcome. Welcome to the manipulated market, right? The whales set the rules. Crypto J doesn't set the rules. I know some of you guys get really emotional, right? You get real emotional when the price goes down and stuff like that. And people get emotional with me when the price goes down. But I'm trying to tell you guys that, one, this is why I don't over leverage. This is why I don't over invest. Have I not been telling you guys like good, solid things? Like, do not over leverage, do not over invest. Do you see why? Do you see why? When I tell you that we're in a very volatile range for Bitcoin, do you see why? Like, I'm telling you right now, again, that we could still see a breakdown in this chart. Do not be surprised if we do retest 100K. Do not be surprised if that causes the market to absolutely tank. As you guys could see, we're already seeing it happen. We talk about on the channel also what sideways price movement means, right? What does sideways price movement mean? What do I say sideways price movement means? Maybe it's not true, right? Sideways price movement usually means what? A lack of demand, right? So again, we watch this thing go sideways literally for the whole month and then break down going into the start of July. I'm just exhausted with all of this fakery. But what do you guys think? Are you still bullish on this cycle? Do you guys still think Bitcoin hits a new all-time high 2025? Or do you think that our market is cooked? Do you think it's fried? Do you think that it's just a big manipulated game to take advantage of the new guy? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below. Very interested to hear your sentiments on today, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.